Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Good morning and welcome to all the participants on this session on easy pranayama. Many of you would have heard the word pranayama. It has two words in it. Sanskrit is a language you have a lot of sandhis coming in, and this one has got two words in it. Prana is one. What it means is the universal life force or energy that we get. The life-giving force. What is that? There are many things, of course, food, water, etc. But as soon as we are born, we start breathing. And the life-giving force is our breathing from birth. The second word in that ayama is to control or restrain. So pranayama means breathing control. These words are all so nice. Niyamam. You must have heard the word niyam. In Hindi also you call it niyam. It's a kind of discipline. It is a control. It's a practice that we do. So here actually from the word prana comes prani. Prani is an animal or a living thing. A living thing is called prani. Even human beings are called prani. So the language is so beautiful. From one word, you get so many other words. So prana is the life, and those which have life are called pranis. Now, starting from the birth, we start breathing, and we breathe about 15 to 20 times per minute. That's the kind of rate we have, and almost 20,000 breaths every day. It's throughout the life, from birth till the death. And Mother Nature provides us the air all round, free. And if you go to a hospital and they give you oxygen, they will charge you hundreds of dollars for it. But Mother Nature is so benevolent that she has given the air free to all of us. Of course, human beings pollute it. That's a different story. But then the air is available to you free of charge. And that is the greatness of Mother Nature. And I think we should be grateful to her for giving us this gift. Our Vedic rituals, they not only develop spiritually, but they also have the wisdom to develop you physically and mentally, if one reads them and practices them. So pranayama is one of them, in which you not only develop physically, keep your health in good condition, but you also develop spiritually. So I'm going to tell you how we do it. Let's move on to the next slide. How did pranayama come? Who started it? Now, it came from Maharishi Patanjali's Yoga Shastra. Patanjali, of course, is a very popular name, but this Patanjali was a rishi who was none other than the avataram of Adiseshan himself. So there is a big story about how Patanjali came and what he did, but I did a discourse on it for 1.5 hours. It was a musical discourse telling the story of how Patanjali came in and how he wrote so many things which are today the basis for many things that we do today ritually. Now there is a small slokam here. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam charirasya cha vaidyakena. O apakaro tam pravaram muninam Patanjali Pranjali Ranato Asmi. No, Yogena Chittasya. No, Patanjali wanted to contribute towards keeping our mind pollution free, keeping it filled with good thoughts, and keeping us spiritually alive. Now, the word yoga comes from the verb yuj. Yuj is to join. To join what? To join the Jivatma with the Paramatma. That is a link. So he wrote the Yoga Sutras. Yogena Chittasya. For the sake of mind, healthy mind, he wrote the Yoga Sutra. Padena Vacham. You know, speech is the next thing. We should be able to communicate. We should be able to translate our thoughts into effective way of communications. So for that, grammar is also very important. Panini wrote the grammar, but Maharishi Patanjali wrote the Mahabhashya for it, the commentary. And that is today even revered as a great treasure. So he helped us to communicate properly. And Sanskrit grammar is one of the finest grammars. It is so precise that you can't make a mistake. Malam charirasya vaidakena. Malam is pollution of the body. How do you remove the diseases? How to keep yourself free from all the pollution that is really affecting us? The pollution from air, pollution from food, pollution from water, and so on. So you need medicines. So he wrote the Charaka Samhita. But there was a company called Charak, you know. So you find this postage stamp which you see on the screen was published, was made in India in the year 2009. It shows the three pictures down below. One in a yogic posture, which is representing the Yoga Sutra he wrote. The second one, which is like a scroll, is representing the Mahabhashya that he wrote on grammar. The third one, which is showing on the right side, a small vessel with a pestle, that shows the Ayurvedic science or Charaka. So he removed all these pollution from us, and he was one of the first among the Munis. Pravaram Muninam. Patanjali Pra Anjalir Anatosmi. I am offering my salutations to Muni Patanjali, who was the foremost among Munis. So at this time, it is only appropriate that we show our respects and salutations to Muni Patanjali, who gave us the Yoga Shastra, and Pranayama happens to be a part of it. He wrote Ashtanga Yoga, which is consisting of 8 parts. The eightfold path and pranayama happens to be the 4th anga or path. I'm not going to discuss the 8 parts, but we are going to confine ourselves only a part, a easy path of pranayama. That is the 4th anga or path. It happens to be one of them. So there are many types of pranayama, each having a particular technique. But the focus is on breathing to control the mind and body. You see the diagram here. The breath controls the mind. The mind, in turn, if you follow the breathing pattern, controls the body. So it is a circle you will find. And you find that pranayama not only stabilizes your mind, but it also improves your health. So the focus is on breathing to control mind and body. And each of these parts, of course, requires very careful learning and practice. But we are not going to learn all of them. The yoga centers do all that. They teach you all the eightfold paths, but each one is different. It has to be learned under a guru. because if you do it wrongly, it can give you a different impact, not a healthy impact. But the one I'm going to teach you today is going to be a simple one, which you can practice at home, which I do it. People who do Sandhya Vandanam properly in an authentic way, they do it every day. So I'm going to tell you what is the simplest one of pranayama, which is a easy pranayama, which anybody can practice at home. What is that? This is something which we use in our rituals. You know, we start with achamanam, which is a purification. Achyutaya Nama, Anantaya Nama, Govindaya Nama, they do it. Then we start praying Ganesha. Shuklam Paradaram Pittam Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavanam Jai Sarva Vighinopasantiye. The third one is usually what is called Om Bhuhu. Now, many of these ritual, this Om Bhuhu is a part of it. In pujas also we do it. But you don't find people really following it as a breathing exercise, but it is more of is symbolic. They touch the nose and touch the ear, and that's it. But that is not really the Om Bhuhu or Pranayama mantra. I'll read out this Pranayama mantra for once, and then I'll tell you how to use it for breathing exercise. Om Bhuhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om Maghaha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam, Om Tatsa Viturvarenyam, Bargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dijo Yo Na Prajotayat, Om Apo Jyotirasa, Amritam Brahma, Bhut Bhavasvara Om. Now this is a complete Om Bhuhu which has Gayatri in it. Now Gayatri has got 24 syllables. This has got 32 syllables. Now, Yoga Sutra has got this pranayama mantra in it. Now, it develops an awareness of one's breathing, and it's a regulation of your breathing, and there is a particular pattern which you follow in this. So let's see how you do it. Simple pranayama steps. I'm not going to give you the details of other pranayamams, but this simple pranayam steps, there are only 3 steps which make use of your nose, the nostrils. Now, there are 3 steps. The first one is called Purakam. Purakam means inhalation. Now, there is a timing for each of these steps. So I am calling it as the X seconds for the first one. It may be 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or 4 seconds, whatever it is. Let us assume it is X seconds. So Purakam, inhalation, say X seconds. That is the first step. The second step is called Kumbhakam, which means retaining the breath, which you have to do 3 times. X. So if you inhale it for 3 seconds, you retain it for 9 seconds. Now, this is a proportion. Now, how did I know it? Now, from childhood, I've been following a book which was presented to me. It was written by Anna. And the guru who gave me that, he taught me this. So the book is still there, although it is in Tamil. But I think maybe you can get the English version. Here is a book, which is Sandhya Vandanam. And it has got all the ways in which you need to do Sandhya Vandanam. So, the third step in this is Rechakam, which is exhalation. That is, you release the breath. And the time recommended for this is 2x seconds. In other words, if your inhalation is 3 seconds, your exhalation should be 6 seconds. So, to help you do this, without a timer watch, there is a mantram prescribed, which I described earlier before, Om Bhuhu mantram. And that is the one you need to follow. Let's see the Purakam part, which is the deep inhalation, time 1x. You hold like this, push your right nostril on this side and keep the left nostril open. So you have to make a deep inhalation. While saying this mantra, I'll say it aloud. Om Bhuh, Om Bhuah, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tha, Om Satyam, Om Satsavitavarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Stop at that. It is not complete. It is breaking up at this point in order to give you enough time for deep inhalation. Again, close the right nostril. Take a deep breath while saying this mantra. Om Bhuh, Om Bhuah, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Janaha, Om Tapah, Om Satyam, Om Satsavitavarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Stop at that. Then you do the second one. See, this is the way it is done. Purakam, deep inhalation through the left nostril and close the right nostril. The time 1x. Typically, mine is about 3 to 4 seconds. The second part, which is the kumbhakam, is the retention. You have to say the balance of the mantram and one complete cycle of mantram. So in this case, you hold it like this. Close the 4 fingers and the middle finger. The thumb and the ring finger, you use it for closing. Close both nostrils. And here you say, Om Apo Jyotirsaha Amrita Brahma Bhorbhosvaro Om Bhuh Om Bhuah Om Swaha Om Maha Om Janaha Om Tapaha Om Satyam Om Satsavitavarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Apo Jyotirsaha Amrita Brahma Bhorbhosvaro. So a portion which was left out in the earlier step, plus the complete Om Bhuhu will become a part of the kumbhakam, the retention. You see, the mantram is longer, therefore you need more time, which is almost 3 times the time that you took for inhalation for purakam. So this is the second one, and you find I'm giving you a demo, a picture of me holding both noses together, both nostrils. Fortunately, my nose is big enough to give you a proper illustration. You can close both nostrils and then you can retain it. Okay, having done that, you go to the step 3 now, which is a rechakam, which is the exhalation, for which you take 2 times the inhalation time. But here you recite the entire mantram. In other words, you close this and then say, Om Apojo Terasa Vratam Brahma Bhorbhoswaram Om Bhuh Om Bhuah Om Swaha Om Hara Om Surinam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Complete mantram. So in other words, you say it 3 times. The Om Bhuh comes to be 3 times. First time, you do it partially, but leave out one sentence. Second time, you take whatever was left out partially, plus complete one Om Bhuh, the complete mantram. The third time, when you exhale, you recite the complete mantram, Om Bhuh, till the end. So that way, your timing is almost 1 to 3 to 2. The proportion is 1, 3, 2. That's the way the pranayama is done. Now, how do you do it? There is a particular way in which you should do it. Choose a clean and quiet place to practice without any disturbance. There should be no noise, no television on, and it should be a quiet room, maybe a hall somewhere at home. And make sure you wear clean, comfortable clothing, preferably after a bath. A traditional clothing, if you wear dhoti, fine. If you wear a kurta, fine, with an upper garment. If you are comfortable with your own traditional clothes, wear that. Don't wear jeans or one of those walking kind of trousers that we have. So wear traditional clothing for you to be able to sit down and do that. If you are one who does Sandhya Vandanam, make it a part of it. If you don't do Sandhya Vandanam, make this only for Pranayamam. And keep away cell phones, iPads, and computers. And inhale the air through left nostril and exhale through the right. So some people can even reverse it because it clears the path. So if you are comfortable doing only one way, do that one way. I do it one way. But there are some people who like to also reverse it. In other words, they inhale from the right one and then exhale to the right, the left one. So alternately, they can do that. The nadis, they are all connected to the nadis. The Ida nadi is connected to the left nostril and the Pingala nadi to the right. So these nadis are channels, nerve centers, which get the energy, and they in turn influence the nerve centers, other nerve centers, and your brain eventually. So initially, don't worry about the timing. You don't need a stopwatch to time it. If you just follow the pattern, what I mentioned, the inhalation process, almost 2/3 of the complete mantram, 1/3 left out, 1/3 plus the full mantram Om Bhuhu while retaining the breath, and then one full Om Bhuhu when exhaling. Automatically, you'll find you'll get the timing adjusted. So as you practice, you will get the timing almost in the ratio of 1 to 3 to 2. So initially, don't worry about the timing. It will get adjusted by itself. But one important thing is you must observe discipline, regularity, and to the extent possible, sattvic food. It is essential that you do it maybe once a day, preferably in the morning, and you must be regular in it. You try to do it regularly every day. If not possible, sometimes you travel, sometimes you are busy with something. 1 or 2 days, it doesn't matter. But over a period of, let's say, over a month, at least 20 to 25 days, you should be able to do it. And the regularity is essential. So that requires a kind of mental discipline. Now, Hinduism rituals are all intended to develop a sense of discipline, a sense of regularity, and personal cleanliness, a personal living style that helps you not only spiritually, but also physically and mentally. So we have many benefits arising out of this. So what do I get out of it? There are people who ask, what do I get out of this easy pranayamam? Now, first thing, it improves breathing. People sometimes have nasal blockages. It clears all the nasal blockages. But just use like a pipe, when you flush it with water, it clears the blockage. And especially if it is under pressure, any kind of blockage will get cleared. The same principle here. You have a tubular path which takes you into the lungs. There is an inlet, there's an outlet, you can say. So through the inlet, you let fresh air go in, and circulate through the lungs, retain it, then through the outlet, you release it. So that way, you are flushing out any blockages. So as you do it, you'll find the effect, especially those who have a little problem with breathing. It will find that it clears the blockage, and you'll find yourself more comfortable in breathing. The second most benefit you get is calms down anxiety. You know, today's life is full of stress everywhere for people. They all travel, they have work pressure, they have pressures at home, they have social pressures. So there's a lot of anxiety and stress which is built up. Now you do it the morning, even for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever time is comfortable for you. It calms down the nerves, your anxiety. It relieves your stress. And you can observe it, you can experience it yourself. I have experienced it, so will you. It promotes better blood flow because all the nerve channels get cleared up and you fill up your lungs with good air, which is a prana. It's called pranavayu, oxygen, pranavayu, right? Now that gives you a bodily strength, which is caused by better blood flow. And generally, you'll find the energy levels go up. You are able to do more in a day. You are able to work more efficiently because your anxieties come down. So you are more efficient at work, whether at home or at office also. And most important thing which I have observed is it helps you to control anger. You know, you get angry many times, maybe at home on things which didn't work the way you expected them. You get delayed for some reason, you get angry, and at work too. Sometimes you get into rough situations, some challenging situations, and you feel angry at yourself. So, but this exercise helps you to control it. I won't say it eliminates it, but it helps you to control it. Then you develop a mature thinking. So, what is the use of getting angry? And then you start managing yourself much better. And that is the secret of pranayamam. And overall, you get uh, improved general health condition because everything is prana. If prana is not there, man doesn't exist. So it's a fundamental thing that you have the gift of mother given to you as air. And once you regulate the breathing, it improves your general health condition. You know, these three things that Patanjali Muni gave us, they're all treasures. Now, if you follow them, you don't need to go to really a doctor and buy expensive medicines, get yourself drugged with various chemicals. Not required. You can lead a comfortable life if you follow the wisdom given to us by our ancestors. It's a treasure. So now people are commercializing. Yoga Sutra is now commercialized all over the world. You find yoga centers with all kinds of promises that you can cut down your weight and so on and so on. There are people who are making money out of it, but we are trying to improve our own health condition following some simple procedures. Easy pranayamam is one of them. So we are not elaborating the other yoga sutras. The second is, of course, Charaka Samhita, which talks about the natural remedies available to us by regulating your diet. So these are some of the benefits of easy pranayamam, which I think we should be aware of. And finally, I want to tell you something more on now this mantra, Om Bhuhu, has the Gayatri in it. What is mantra? The meaning of mantra, let me tell you. Manana trayate iti mantraha. Tra means to protect. It's a verb. You probably remember paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. In Vishnu Sahasranama you have paritranaya sadhunam. I shall protect the sadhus. Tra. So manana trayate iti mantra means that which you meditate in your mind, that which protects you, that is called mantra. Now, likewise, Gayatri is also a protective mantra. Gayanti iti trayate. That which is sung, of course it is recited, that which protects you through this singing is called Gayatri. And Gayatri Mata has 5 faces, as you can see in the picture. Om Bor Bhavaswaha Tatsa Viturvarenyam Vargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prajotayat. That is the Gayatri Mantra, which is a part of the Om Bohu Pranayama. So when you say do Pranayama, you also recite the Gayatri Mantra, which is adding to your protection, which is adding to your spiritual development. So one is the physical part of it, the inhalation and exhalation and retention. Second is the spiritual part of it, which is reciting a mantra which protects you. And Om, as you all know, is the primeval sound. Om. That is the one single Pranama mantra that we have. Bhur Bhuvastavaha. Bhur, the physical plane, the Bhuloga. Bhuvaha, the interspace, which is the mental realm. The first one is the physical plane. And Chovaha really is representing the Swargam or the divine, the spiritual realm. It covers all that. Om, which is spread all over. Tatsa Viturvaranim. Tat is that. In fact, a word, I think that has come from Tat. What is that? That God, Savitaha, the sun. Varenyam, I adore that. Vargo Devasya Dhimahi. Vargo is the effulgence, the illumination that comes out of it. You know how bright the sun is. Devasya, Supreme Lord, Dhimahi, I meditate. The Supreme Lord, every day you do Sandhya Vandanam only to the sun. You face the east and do it. The yo-yo na prajotayat. May this effulgence, may this light, this brilliant light inspire me and inspire my intellect. So everything depends on the way you think, the brain. So you pray for that. So when you do pranayamam, you not only do the physical part of breathing in and retaining the breath and releasing it slowly, you also pray Gayatri Mata. So it is combined, 2 in 1. One is the physical part, second is the spiritual part. So you get both the benefits. So you can do this at home and you can practice it very easily using these suggestions that I have given you right now. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, send me an email or anything like that, and we'll be able to clarify that. But I think to sum up the whole thing, I will repeat once again the 3 steps that we do. Purakam, which will consist of Om Bohu, Om Bhavaha, Om Swaha, Om Maha, Om Javaha, Utapaha, Ohum Satyam, Om Tatsa Viturvarenyam, Vargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Na Prajotayat. Stop at that. That is inhalation through the left. And then Kumbhakam will take on the balance of that. Om Apojo Tirasaha Amritam Brahma Bhurbhaswaram Om Bhuhu Om Bhuva Om Swaha up to Bhurbhaswaram. Whatever left out from the previous, and then the one full mantram Om Bhuhu. And exhalation, we'll do the complete Om Bhuhu. So you recite the Om Bhuhu mantram 3 times. First one, partially. Second one, partially plus the full one. And third one full one again. So in the proportion of time, 1 to 3 to 2. So you practice it at home, and then you can find that this is really helping you not only in your physical health, but also in your spiritual development. With that, I'm going to conclude today's sessions, and I'm going to unmute you so that you can ask any questions if you have. Okay? I've
Hello.
unmuted you now.
Hello,
Yes,
Guruji.
Vinay?
I have a question. So, for inhaling, can we do one full mantra, and for retaining 3 times 3 full mantras, and exhaling 2 times 2 full mantras?
Yes, it is.
We,
You can adjust the timing the way you want it. No,
okay.
typically the way it is recommended this way because people find it difficult to
Difficult.
retain
Hold.
it for a long time. Initially, for me it's about 16 seconds the whole cycle.
Okay.
Maybe the first one I do it for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then the second time, the second phase, which is the Kumbhakam phase, will be about roughly about 8 seconds or so, 8 to 10 seconds, and then
Okay.
the exhalation is really fast. So it makes up totally about 16 seconds for me. But if you want to do it for, let's say, 1 minute, you can do that.
Okay. Okay.
But it depends on your lung power and your ability to retain the breath. Swimmers can usually do a lot more because
Okay.
while
Okay,
swimming,
Guruji.
they retain the breath for a long time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can try. Are you doing this the pranayama anytime?
No, every day, like while in Sandhya Vandanam.
Okay, if you do the Sandhya Vandanam, then it's a part of it, and uh, the morning time you can do this as a part of the pranayama mantram. Okay.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. With that, I think we'll conclude unless there are any more questions for anyone.
Guruji, this is Raj.
Yes, Raj.
I have been doing this for many, many years.
Okay.
Sandhya Vandanam morning and evening.
No.
And I have been using 1, 4, and 2.
Okay. 1, 4,
I
and
told
2.
when I was put the Upanayana when I was 9 years old, that 1, 4, and 2 is the best.
Some people have recommended 1, 4, 2, but the practice is slightly different. 1, 4, 2 is okay, perfectly fine. I have seen some books recommending 1, 4, 2, but the one I practice has been 1, 3, 2. But both are okay.
And I do it during my Gayatri mantra also.
Yes.
During the Om Bhurvas, the whole mantra. Also, when I do my Gayatri japam, I do this inhaling, retention, and exhaling.
In just using only the Gayatri mantram, is it?
During Gayatri mantram and also during Om Om Som. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Both
That's
times.
healthy, Raj.
Yeah. And it has been, I'm chronic asthmatic. It has controlled my asthma since age 15, 16. And I feel really healthy and full of energy.
It's a live example of how pranayama has helped someone.
Thank you very much for doing this.
Very, very good, Raj. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sundari. Hello. I think she's gone off. All right. With that, we conclude today's session. Thank you very much. Enjoy the weekend. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank you.